Hello there, my stamping friends. It's Jackie Bolhuis from Klompen Stampers. Today, I have a quick and easy card layout that I think you're going to use a lot, like over and over. Your go-to card layout. I know it's one of my go-to card layouts, and it really focuses on using designer series paper. Big surprise, you guys know how much I love designer series paper. But this layout kind of ensures that you're using your paper. Have you ever looked at paper and you don't even know where to start cutting it? Well, hopefully this will help, and it'll show you an easy way to cut it, to make a couple of different card layouts and use up that pretty paper. Okay, before we go any further, just a quick reminder, if you're brand new to following me, I'm so glad you found my channel. I hope you get inspired, learn some card making ideas, and enjoy my projects today. I usually share twice a week all quick and easy stamping projects, so make sure to subscribe. I can't even talk today. I'm so excited about the projects. Make sure to subscribe so you know when I post another video. And one thing I always do, in the description of the video will be a link that will take you to my website. It actually takes you to my blog and a specific blog post over there. And what I do is I'll post pictures of the cards I share with you along with the measurements. Today you'll get a cutting diagram over there and a list of all the supplies. I make it so easy for you to recreate and use these ideas that I share with you. That's why I share them. I want to inspire you to make cards and make it as easy as I can for you to just create what I teach you. So without further ado, let's go ahead, flip this camera down. I'm ready to stamp. Hold on. This DSP cutting layout that I have for you is set up to make 2 cards at one time, and it's really designed to use a piece of 6x6. Now I know most of your paper is 12x12, so we're going to make 2 cards with a piece of 6x6 that are actually Christmas cards, and then I'm going to grab a different package of designer series paper that's 12x12, and I'm going to show you how to cut that one to use the same idea as well. Now, this paper right here is Tidings of Christmas, and it is in the annual catalog. So I think it's the only Christmas paper that's in the annual catalog, but I love the colors in this. This is actually my favorite one here, but look at these pretty Christmas prints on here. And then when you flip them over, some of these aren't even necessarily Christmas, especially these right here. So they'd be great papers to use on projects year round. But we're gonna do 2 quick and easy Christmas cards because, you know, Christmas is one of those things that people make a lot of them, and so sometimes a real easy layout will help you make a lot of them a lot quicker. So let's set that aside, and we're going to grab the paper cutter. Okay, so we have 6x6. Now, you're going to want to cut this in a particular order, and I'll have this cutting diagram over on that blog post for you, so it'll show you exactly how to do that. So we are going to start by coming over here, and we are going to cut this at 4 inches. So let's go right there to the 4. And then this piece that we cut at 4, we're going to just spin it around and we're going to cut it at 5 1/4. So I have this little piece here, which we're going to call our scrap, and we can use this for whatever you want. We'll set that one aside. And now we'll bring back this piece that we cut off. So it's 2 inches, but I'm going to go ahead and spin it this way, and we're going to cut this at 5 1/2. So now I have another little scrap. So those are really the only scraps off of this 6x6 piece of paper. Now we're going to set these right there and bring in our card base here. So these are both 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, are normal. We'll go ahead, fold them in half. I like to use my bone folder to get that really nice crisp edge on there. So we'll go like so and like so. This is that soft succulent color. Look at how pretty that goes with this paper. The soft succulent, the evening evergreen, and then cherry cobbler is perfect with these papers. Now, I have a piece of cherry cobbler, speaking of that, and it is 5 1/2 by 2 1/4. So we can take this piece. Let's get our adhesive working here. Grab this one off my desk. I don't think I've used it for a while. So we'll put some adhesive on that, and we're going to put it right on there like so. That cherry cobbler. And then this piece, we're going to glue directly to the front of a card. Now remember, we're making 2 at one time. So, you know, I think the biggest struggle with designer series paper is people just don't know how to cut it. So by using this layout idea, we take that 6x6 and we're maximizing the use of it to make 2 cards. Now, this one is actually going to go onto our other card base. Okay, we have the designer series paper backed with that cherry cobbler. Now, and like I said earlier, the fun thing about, it's sliding on me, about this layout is any designer series paper, just grab some coordinated colored cardstock and you're ready to make your card. Now, for this one, just to add a little bit of an accent piece on here and bring out that little bit of cherry cobbler, I have a 1/2 inch piece. So it's a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. And we're gonna go, not in the middle, we're gonna go down from the middle and we're just gonna kind of lay it on like so. So really there is, for the most part, our card front. We're ready to add a greeting. So this time I am using Merry Christmas from the Holly Jolly Wishes. Now this stamp set will be available on August 1st. It's not even available yet. As a demonstrator, I could get it early, and I thought this just worked perfect for what I wanted to share with you today. It's nice and big, and it works really good with either circle dies or circle punches. I know a lot of you have circle punches. Unfortunately, Stampin' Up! Does not sell them anymore. You know what? Let's see. Oh, we'll go that way. Now, you know what? We got to trim just a little bit. I was too far in the middle, and then I don't have room here to punch this. So let's trim that down. What I was saying is Stampin' Up! Does not sell circle punches anymore, but they have circle dies. So whether you have dies or punches now, or any other punches or dies, anything that'll work for the greeting you're using to just fit it nice. Or you could even just cut this as a square. So since we're doing 2 of them, we're going to go ahead, let's go closer to the bottom on this one. Make sure we can fit it this time. So I actually, as I was preparing to do this project a while ago, I posted on my Facebook page 2 examples. And I didn't really show the project I was making, but I showed these 2 greetings with that paper. And I kind of, you know, which one do you like better? And I was really surprised. It was close to 1/2 and 1/2. I think the white was actually a little bit more, the more popular one, I guess. But this is Sahara Sand, which is also one of the colors in the paper. There's little bits. You can't see a lot in this particular paper, but a lot of people like that one too. So I think we're going to use both of them on our card today. Now, if you want to keep it super simple, we could simply just add those on like that and call it good. But what I want to show you how just adding a little bit of ribbon and a little bit of embellishments will really make a difference. I have the evergreen ribbon here. This is the new in color ribbon. And what we're going to do is take a piece and I'm going to just go back and forth with it. I wasn't sure how I wanted to describe it. So you can see on the back how it just kind of weaves itself back and forth. Trim off the end. We'll cut it more if we need to when we're done. And then we're going to take a piece of Scotch tape. You know, we always talk about so many different adhesives. Well, Scotch tape is actually an adhesive that is a standard in my stamp room. I use it all the time. And this is a good example because I can just lay that ribbon how I want it, flip it over, and then we're going to stick some Scotch tape on the back to hold it. And then let's do the same thing here. I start by, this is how I measure, you know, so we figure out how long do we want it to be, trim it off, grab that Scotch tape. This is kind of where you wish you had another hand. And then want to make sure we see everything on the front. So we'll just, there we go. Okay, now that one's a little bit long. Let's trim that off. I'd like to cut these at angles to make sure we get angles. There, I think that's good. We'll stop right there. Now let's go ahead and we'll put dimensionals on the back of this. Now I hope you can see as I put this card together a couple of things. Number 1, how super simple it was. Number 2, how easy to step up a card by just adding that little bit of ribbon. So we'll go ahead and stick that on like so. And now I wonder if those same people that answered my question a while ago of which color they like better, once it's all put together with the ribbon and the embellishment I'm going to put on here, I wonder if they'll say the same color or if they'll change their mind. Okay, so let's go ahead and do Merry Christmas on that one. And then we're going to grab some red rhinestones. With rhinestones or any of these other embellishments, I like to use my Take Your Pick tool. Let's see. Okay, and kind of pull it up that way. And then, because I think they're so hard to grab with that adhesive underneath there. And what I'm going to do is just stick 3. Usually when I use embellishments, I do 3. And I try to do almost a triangular, whoop, got one stuck in my finger here. Let's see, triangular layout with them. From an art perspective or a design perspective, I read that once where that's just more pleasing to the eye, just that kind of triangular. So there you go. There are our 2 Christmas cards. Now, we got to finish the inside, so I don't want to leave you hanging. So I just have a couple pieces here of basic white, and this is cut 4 to 5.5. I almost always, when I make a card and my card base is not white, so anything but white, I like to always put a piece of white on the inside. I think it just makes your card look a little bit more finished. You know, your writing is going to show better on it than colored, even though this is fairly light color. Oh, goodness, you know what? That one needs to go that way, doesn't it? Good thing there are 2 sides to every piece of cardstock. Little lesson there. That is why I always stamp and then I glue it down. If I would have glued this already to the inside of my card and then stamped it the wrong way, I would have kind of been stuck. I couldn't flip it over. So there we go. There are those 2 cards. Now, I told you we were going to actually make 2 sets of these cards. They're so quick and easy. I still have a short video for you by making 2 more cards. But this time, we're going to start out with a piece of 12 by 12 because I know some of you get really intimidated by 12 by 12. So let me move these supplies and grab the other paper. Alrighty, you ready for 2 more cards? This paper is from the Sweet Symmetry pack, and I love this paper. It's just the colors are fun and the bold designs. In this pack, I don't have all the pieces sitting here, but all of them, again, have that more generic look to the back side. So if this is too busy and you just need a little smidgen of paper for an accent, the backs are great on these pieces. Now, both of these papers I'm using today, I forgot to tell you that, are actually on sale this month. During the month of July 2021, if that's when you're watching, Stampin' Up! Has a designer series paper sale going on. Well, who doesn't like sale papers? I'm all about it. So there's 9 different papers that are 15% off, including the 2 I'm sharing with you today. So check it out. If you like designer series paper like I do, now's the time to grab your favorites. Okay, 12 by 12. Don't be afraid to cut it. With this layout, what I suggest you do is go ahead and take your paper and cut it into 6 by 6 pieces. You know, again, it's that, I think, fear of working with such a big piece of paper. Now, if you don't want to cut it all at once, you don't have to. You know, we could make 2 cards and 2 cards, 4 cards. Right now, we're going to just go ahead and make 2. So now I'm down to that 6 by 6, just like what we did earlier. So we'll cut this real quick. So we're going to go 4, flip it around, and do 5 1/4. And then this one will go at 5 1/2. And there's my little scraps. And then we'll do this card real quick. And then I have a couple more to share with you because I'm all about showing you lots of different ideas when we make cards. Now, as you're putting these cards together, you really could, with this one, go either direction, okay? Last time I had them both go, or I had them go different ways. You could go this way, or you could go that way. With this layout, it really doesn't matter. The other thing is we could make one with the other side of the paper. So, you know, you cut that 6 by 6, and you could do one with one side and one with the other side. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll do, you can see where I'm doing the exact same idea here. We'll just put that right there. Now again, with your greeting, okay, we could go this way with it if you want to add your greeting. So anything goes on that. Now we got a little piece of Calypso coral here, and we're going to go ahead and put that. And, oops, you know what? That's a little bit long. It's 5 1/2 actually instead of 5 1/4. So that's okay. We'll just go over to the edge like so. Now for this one, I already stamped and cut out my greetings for you. So we are using Sunny Sentiments. Great all occasion stamp set. I love that the greetings are pretty large. You know, when you're making a card where your focus is just designer series paper, you want that greeting to kind of pop, okay? So works perfect with, I forget the name of these dies. I'll have them listed on the blog post because so many different ones, I forget the name all the time. And then if you want to add some ribbon, we can do the same thing with this. Let's go ahead and use this Bumblebee Gingham. I think works perfect with this one. Let's see. So let's do that. You know, and again, there's really no perfect way to do this. Just kind of go one direction and then bring it the other way, like so. We just want to see that ribbon, just give it a little bit of texture. Let's see, you know what? I'm not digging. I don't think I like that ribbon on there. You know, this card I did not pre-make, so I wasn't sure, but I don't like that ribbon. Let's scratch that idea and go ahead and just put these on. I think this paper is pretty enough as it is, that it doesn't need that extra on there. So let's just go ahead, peel these off. Holy cow, I'm getting dimensionals all over the place here. You should see my mess. So we're gonna go like so with that one, and then this one. So again, I got a couple more cards, so don't go away because I pre-made some for you. Don't forget, the designer series paper sale. The link in the video description will take you to my website and give you all the details, and that's where you can order it from if you'd like to order some. And then let's put this one kind of centered down on that piece. And then also over there, I will have pictures of these cards as well as, well, all the ones I'm going to share with you here. And then I'll also have over there the cutting diagram for you. Okay, now I have the holiday rhinestones, I think these were called. But I was going to put blue on there, but I'm not sure with that blue one. Let's see, we don't want that one. Let's do these, the yellow gold. There we go. I like that one. That one really pops. You know, embellishments are one of those things that is super easy to add to your project. And you can see the difference it makes without really, you know, adding ribbon or anything. It does create a really cute card. Let's use this color on this, and we'll use a couple different ones. Let's see. I'm struggling here with all of these today. Let's go there, and we're almost done. Almost done with this one. Right there. There we go. And there's those two cards. So now let's take a look at all the ones I have to show, because I made a stack of them. I just really want to show you how with different papers, you can take that 6x6 and do the exact same thing. So here we have the peach paper. This is one of my favorite suites in the catalog. I love this designer series paper, but it shows you how you can use these papers not as part of the suite. I'm not using any of the other products from the suite, just the paper, and there's some cute thank you cards. This thank you is in that same stamp set as the Sunny Thoughts. So there's those two. Here's two other ones with the peach paper. You can see how this one I turn, but I did not add anything else here. No ribbon, no embellishments, but makes a great card. So there's that one. And then here is the two Christmas ones. And then here's two other Christmas ones that I previously made with that one that I told you was my favorite. So here you can see I use the Sahara sand. And we've got that ribbon and the rhinestones. Whew, there you go. I feel like I've been talking forever, but I wanted to really show you how quick and easy this card layout idea is. And I hope that you use it over and over. And it helps you use up your designer series paper that I know you're stashing because you just don't know how to cut it. Thanks, guys, for watching. Make sure to hop over to my website and you get all the details on designer series paper sale, the diagram for cutting this, pictures, and a list of all supplies. And then if you'd like to place a Stampin' Up! Order, you can do that right over there as well. So until I stamp again, have a stamp happy day.